my dear friend, and 34 episode. Oh my god. If you see 34 episode, we are consistently coming live every single week, no matter what, without fail, week by week, week by week, week by week. Coffee with Coach. It was an idea. Coffee with Coach actually we just came into the mind, let me start talking to the people, and now it's a revolution. It has helped so many people, it has helped so many individuals to get their job, to improve their mindset, to actually jump out of the bed, to take action, produce the result, be an action taker. So yes, we have today who is an action taker. We have today who has more than 15-year experience in visual merchandising. How many of you know what is visual merchandising? Type me in the comment box right now. If you're watching me live, type me what is visual merchandising. Type me in the comment box if you really know. We have someone who is a guest of the show today who has more than 15-year experience, has worked for so many international clients like Dubai, Singapore, Denmark, Portugal, and yes, has, she's on a mission. And I don't want to talk about the mission. Let this honor, let this privilege, let this amazing word should come from the guest of the show itself. So without wasting much time, let's quickly invite the guest of the day, Coffee with Coach Malathy BS. Thank you so much, Malathy, for accepting the invites and saying yes for the Coffee with Coach. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Ah, you are on mute. You are on mute.
Thank you, Amar. This is a privilege. I'm so thankful to you that you are doing such a wonderful job. Understanding people. There are so many fields in the market, and then you are trying to help everybody in
Thank you so much.
understanding what are the different fields available, and then they being aware of these fields itself is such a big thing. It is not. If you're not exposed to all of these streams, you don't know what to do. So I
Let me
think
be very
it's my
honest.
privilege, my
Let
privilege to
me
be here.
let me be very honest. Even I was not aware what is visual merchandising.
I'm sure many of them they lack understanding of this subject matter.
Thank you so much. Actually, it will expand even our people horizon for it. What is visual merchandising? So thank you so much for actually sharing your knowledge. Before I start talking about this, I want to know more about this. What is visual merchandising?
Visual merchandising, in a simple sentence, if you have to say, then it is just a silent salesperson.
Super.
You find a lot of salesperson in the stores, within the retail, where they come and help you shop. What do you want in the complete store? Do you want Western wear? Do you want ethnic wear? Or if you're gone into a Western brand, then you don't know what to buy from there. Then you might need a help of size. So everything that the sales staff does, visual merchandiser also does, but he's not there, the face of the customer. It is silently doing all of those jobs and helping the customer buy what they want. I think
Super.
that's
Super.
the layman language I'm trying to say, not using too many hyphen words, so that everybody here on this platform, whoever is listening to, should be aware of
Perfect.
what is it. Yeah.
So I was talking to my community people yesterday in my inner circle call, and I told I have someone's very important tomorrow. Don't miss the session. So one of the persons asked, "What is visual merchandising and how can we start the career in that?" So I would love to know how we can start the career in visual merchandising.
Yeah. See, visual merchandising, if you have to start, there are multiple courses available in the market. You can do your graduation, you can do your post graduation also. But to simply start, you don't need to have any such certificates. You can easily
Super,
start if you are a person who can understand colors, if you are a person who are very organized, who is very particular about where to keep things where, in that case, I'm sure you can be a visual merchandiser. You just need to have that creativity thing in within yourself. You are very good in styling yourself, then you can also be a visual merchandiser.
super.
So that's how I look at it.
So
Yeah.
can somebody be full timer or part timer? Is it what we can identify in this domain?
There is a full-time job right now. part-time jobs going forward, I'm sure it is start going to boom very soon. And if you know visual merchandising, you can start doing your own business also, helping the nearby stores within around you in your city, in your um town. Right now the retail is booming so much. There's nothing called tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities. Everybody, you don't have to come to Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, only you'll have to work, nothing like that. You can start your own business within the small town wherever you are, because everybody needs window dressing. Everybody needs how to display their products within their stores, that they can, increase their revenue within their business. So, yes, it
Perfect.
is, yeah,
Do
it
you
is
think
possible.
creativity is required?
Creativity, yes. You don't have to be a great artist. If
Uh-huh.
you don't have to go and paint, any kind of landscape in any store. Just need to have that flair of creativity. You will already know whether, well, like me. I was very good at child. When my mom used something, I used to go and do it, learn from her and do it. I used to learn crochet from her. I used to learn from here and there, looking at people. I used to learn some sketching. So this is all I had. I never knew about visual merchandising, to be really. I never knew that I'm going to be a visual merchandiser.
Superb. Superb.
So
So there is
anybody
no
flair
degree.
to creativity,
Amazing, amazing,
believe me,
amazing.
not required.
So there is no degree required, there is no certification required, only creativity required, some knowledge required, and some
Yeah.
jazba. Jazba is required
Yes.
to do something,
Yeah.
and that's boom.
Yes.
You can be a visual
Yes.
merchandising. Amazing. Superb, superb.
Right.
It is amazing. So I wanted to actually ask, not my question, one of my
Mm-hmm.
community member. They said, okay, let's suppose I'm in the job and I
Mm-hmm.
want to take this visual merchandising also as a part time. How
Mm-hmm.
can I?
Uh, Part-time, like I told you, see, merchandising is, there's many aspects to this. You need to know a little bit of everything. Like, there are bigger creative jobs. Like, you can be an art director. That is also a very creative job. Marketing, that's also a very creative job. Filming, videography, filming, being an architect. These are all very technical and very, detailed creative jobs. But you
Mhm.
to be a bit of all of these things into your, a bit of everything will be interesting. So smaller part-time jobs that you can start doing if you're very good at some of the softwares. Learn designing, graphic designing. You can do freelancing of window designing. If you know all of these, then you can create graphics, you can sell them online, you can create. There are a lot of who buy only graphics. There are a lot of stores who only want to buy the window design, the poster designs, the flyer designs. The marketing contents go with some kind of communication, those designing. So you can do anything. Organizing a store also, physically go and merchandising the store, that can also be done part time.
Superb. So one of my students, he is actually creating a jewelry. She has a jewelry
Okay.
business, and she
Okay.
was very curious to know that if I want to take it as my side hustle, as a visual merchandising, do you think I can? And I said, I am not the right person to answer this. Let me take this honor and privilege by the guest itself.
Yeah.
So
See,
yes,
when,
can you just please?
yeah, yeah, when somebody starting a business with product, especially if you are selling your own product, so either the person is of two kind of person, that is completely salesperson or a creative person. These are the two kinds of people who wants to get into product selling. So in that case, if you're already in that jewelry business, it is very easy for you to learn, because you already in that thinking term how to double your business. So visual merchandising is also like, if you're making 100 rupees per day, how to increase it to 125 rupees. That 25
Superb.
rupees incremental will come through visual merchandising. And yes, you can definitely do it part time. I would definitely suggest you learn it, and you can do it for yourself first thing, and then secondly you can also help others,
Amazing.
other
So
jewelry stores itself. If you're doing
Superb,
a jewelry
superb.
store, yeah,
So
right.
what actually the job, what they are doing? Let's suppose I'm a visual merchandiser. What will be my job role? What they
Okay,
are doing actually?
yeah. There are many different roles in visual merchandising also. It's visual merchandiser is just one word, but there are store visual merchandisers. There are the field visual merchandisers. There are creative visual merchandisers. There are product visual merchandisers. So there are different fields in visual merchandising also. Just for an example, product visual merchandisers are the person who arrange the products within the store. You should definitely know which product needs to go on which space exactly, so that that can sell better in a store. If it is a wall, table, any display space, it is like, that should give you money. That's visual merchandising. So there are many fields, and each role of these visual merchandisers, their daily routine differs from role to role. Yeah, but
Superb,
basically, when you have to
superb.
start with, as a, if you're just a fresher, if you're just completed your plus one, plus two, you're beginning your next graduation, or you're trying to take up something else, or if you already just completed graduation and still you want to move into any kind of creative field, then you can start your career as a store visual merchandiser, where you will join
Amazing.
as a any of the store, and you will start your career from there.
Superb. So how different it is from graphic designing?
So graphic designing is completely graphics. You create graphics. If you see, there are many platforms where you pay and buy graphics, right? You create graphics. Anybody can use it. You create a motif, you create any kind of backgrounds, or if you're creating any prop, you need some kind of graphics on it. You can't just keep a podium, right? Podium needs some kind of a graphic, so you create those graphics. Those are completely system work. Visual merchandising is not just laptop works. It's not just on the system. You need to be a little more energetic to run around, move around, look what is there, what can be done, how the merchandise, even folding also is very different, right? So that also brings in visual merchandising. But whereas graphic designer just sit on the laptop and create graphics, and yeah, that's the
Superb.
difference.
Superb. It was very amazing example. If you are a graphic designer, you will be in cubicle, but if you are a visual merchandiser, you will be in the store.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I would
Thank you so
also
much.
tell, if I have to tell my job to anybody within my peer groups, or my school friends, or maybe my relatives, they feel that I'm on a cool job. I'm going to the malls every day. I'm having fun. It's actually a fun job. Anybody wants to have fun going to malls, going to stores. You're there, just there always. It's not only on a holiday. You can just be there every day.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. So, Malati, why have you choose visual merchandising? What is the burning reason?
Okay, so I have to tell this that I happen to know about visual merchandising. Coming from very, very middle class family, I'm from Bangalore. I didn't know about Brigade Road or MG Road also. That's how I was brought up. I was not very familiar. But when I started studying fashion designing, there was a subject called visual merchandising. So I got really interested into it, and that's I'm just trying to keep it short. So that's how I learned more about visual merchandising, and then I started reading myself, because back then, 15, 16 years back, there were no courses only for visual merchandising. There was just a paragraph within the whole 3 years of course mine. So, but that one paragraph caught me, and I went myself to many of the stores, the biggest players in the market retail industry. I went to a lot of people, trying to ask questions and then learn from them. And then, once I understood, then I asked for internships. Then that's how I got introduced to visual merchandising. I really loved it, because once I did fashion designing, there were only few options that I could do: either merchandising, buying, or marketing. Or I had to get into garment industry, which I was not very. Marketing was one of the field that I was interested in, but I was not so fully convinced that I want to do that. So I was still looking for, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do. That is how I got into visual merchandising, and once I got to know, I never left it.
Super, super. So, have you faced any challenge, any roadblock in your career?
Touch wood, no.
Super,
There's nothing roadblocks because this is a booming industry right now in India. It's very very big in globally other Western countries, but in India it is still booming, and you can see there are many international brands coming in launching their own because India as a market has a lot of potential. So there are a lot of stores coming up, new brands coming in. Next 5 years, you'll find new, much more newer brands, and stores are also getting expanded to other smaller cities. India is really vast country, right? So there is huge opportunities. You
super,
will not find, bigger roadblock. The career will be there because the industry is also growing. You will also grow
super.
within the industry.
So, if let's suppose anybody want to start their career in visual merchandising and they want to make sure that I should not do any mistake, what is one suggestion which you can give to the people that they should avoid this so that they can grow?
Um, There's nothing to avoid. If you're creative, keep exploring your creativity. Don't stop innovating. Don't stop your creativity. The newness that you bring in, everybody would appreciate. Always learn. Don't stop learning, I would say. You should keep learning, upgrading yourself. What is happening around you, what are the other brands doing. You need to keep upgrading. Market research is very important. Don't stop doing market research. There is no roadblocks. There's nothing that you shouldn't be doing. You should not be stopping yourself. Forget, at some point you'll become a manager and all that, so there wouldn't be much you to do. That there'll be understanding of people around you and making them work on visual merchandising within the stores. Still, you should keep learning new things, understand what are the new softwares that is coming in, learn 3D softwares. Everything is going to benefit, learn merchandising. Keep learning, I would say. Don't
Super.
stop learning.
So, I came to know that apart from India, you have served in other countries as well. How
Yes.
different their culture in this domain, visual merchandising, how different they are?
It's all the same. I have not worked in different country. I have worked for the other international brands. So it's all the same. They are trying to bring in their flavor to India, right? So you get to learn about what do they do, how do they do, right? So on a regular activity, if every store has to look the same in every part of every corner of the country, then how that process needs to happen. Yeah, visual merchandising also plays a bigger role because the merchandise designing, stitching, everything, production, everything happens, and then the garment reaches the store. Once it reaches, how it has to be presented is the visual merchandiser's job, right?
Super,
So, and across the country, it should look the same. So that is
super.
something you can learn, and there's a lot of different ways of training, working, daily routines, daily checklists that you need to have. So there are a lot of things that I have learned from international brands.
I feel we have a lot more to explore and there are a lot of growth in this industry.
Very
I'm
much.
blessed that you said yes for this show
Thank
because
you.
there are so many people in the network right now, more than 10,000 people. Someone might get trigger and they can start the career in visual merchandising. I'm
Yes.
blessed. I'm thankful to you that you said yes. Thank you so much. So, what is your mission actually? Why you have chosen visual merchandising and what is your mission?
Yeah, like I told you, it is, I was never aware of this visual merchandising. I was very creative. I didn't know what to do, and finally I took up fashion design just to, okay, let me become a designer kind of a thing. But it was really hard for me to get this idea of, okay, I like now to do this subject. There are a lot of people who are not exposed to such situation that they are aware of something called visual merchandising. So if you're going to any malls, you see that there's so many windows, so many creative, you get attracted to the windows and go and stop by and see. All of those things are done by visual merchandisers, right? So once I got to know that, then I started. So I can relate to a lot of people, whomever I talk to right now, whoever, who across those stages, who feel that, oh, I should have done this. There are a lot of people I've come across that, okay, I should have done this, I should have done this subject and started my career in this field. So I can relate to all of you guys who are really creative, who do a small little bit of mandala art, or any kind of things. Those are the creative people who can definitely be into this field. There's no doubt about it. So yeah, I think
Perfect.
that's the people whom I want to help, and that's my mission. That
Perfect.
whoever is
Perfect.
really passionate about creativity, I think I want to help all of those people to learn and make their career in visual merchandising.
Thank you so much. Perfect. You know, when I was in job almost 1 year back, I was working with one of the banking company,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever I used to make credit card or debit card payment, the slip comes in my hand, and if I see my company name, I was so proud that I am working for this company, and I was able to relate. There's this transaction I can check in my system now. So
Okay.
I can feel the happiness which you have just said. I used to go mall, I used to see those
Mm-hmm.
things, and I used to feel good. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. I can feel, I
Yeah.
can relate totally. That yes, we the feeling, the happiness which I was getting, I can feel the happiness. Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, Malati, let's suppose if anybody want to learn about visual merchandising and they are not getting the right trainer, speaker, coach, and they want to learn with you, how you can support them?
Definitely, you can first talk to me on one-on-one. You can reach out to me, and I can probably share a link with Amar. You can post the link, to the team, to your group, where you can come and get in touch with me, and I can help you whatever you want, and I'll definitely
Perfect.
help you make your career very
Perfect. Thank you
easily.
so much. So, guys, if you're watching, maybe recording, maybe live, if you're watching, if you're really passionate to start the career in visual merchandising, post in the comment box and the team will reach out to you. So, before I start asking my last question of the day, let me say humbly thank you so much, Malti, for actually showing another path, another domain to grow in the career domain. Thank you so much. Before I ask my last question, do you have a question for me? Do you have any question for me?
I definitely want to know, how did you get this idea of coming up with Coffee with Coach? Coffee with Coach, the name is lovely. It's really lovely, and everybody who wants to, from coaches to learners, I think it is very interesting for everybody. Because coaches also keep learning, and learners also wants to learn something new, and people have to know. So, how idea?
Perfect. So I'll be very honest. Okay, I'm very selfish. I thought I have very less follower in my social media. Let me do something creative so that I can gain my followership. So episode number 1 and 2, when I hosted, I was selfish. But in Mirzapur is a web series. There is
Yes.
one statement. स्टार्ट तो मैंने मजे में किया था, स्टार्ट मजबूरी में किया था, बट अब मजा आ रहा है. That is what
Mm-hmm.
happening with me.
Wow.
Episode number 3, from episode number 3 till today, my mission has been changed. Now my mission is to help people. Actually, if they are watching Coffee with Coach, they should jump out of
Superb.
the bed, they should take action, they should produce result. There are people, they called me after Coffee with Coach. They said, because of your session I got the job, because of your session I got this breakthrough, because of this session I got this breakthrough, even I got one high paying client
Wow.
from this Coffee with
Wow.
Coach itself.
Wow.
So
Superb.
Coffee with Coach actually started with selfish idea, and now it's a actually selfless revolution. And the day when my mentor started, the day my mentor actually announced that he is going to start his Clubhouse channel on 15th of August,
Mm-hmm.
same day, same day
Mm-hmm.
I decided that I am going to do something, and I started Coffee with Coach.
Wow.
I paid money in Restream and started boom. And now it's more than
Wow.
34 episode. It means
Wow. Superb.
34 week. It means 34 trainer. It means I have to talk to more than 50 people to host 34 people.
Right.
And it is not easy to actually talk and ask the appointment that can you be my guest.
Yeah. I
It
can
was really
totally
not
understand.
easy, but I am thankful to every single speaker, every single guest who said yes, even you. And every single time when I called anybody, in the first time itself, oh yes, it's an amazing idea, let me be the guest. Nobody said no till now. And I'm proud to say my entire calendar of 2022 is fixed. Sunday evening,
Fixed.
6
Wow.
p.m. Who is coming after 6 months also I know.
Wow.
So actually
Superb.
I'm blessed. I'm thankful to every single people that they are actually helping me to in this mission so that I can help people to actually produce the result.
Superb. Superb. Just
This
superb.
was
You're saying it's selfish. I would say it's creative. It's really creative idea, and you're nailing it. Also, I've seen a lot of videos of your past, episodes, and then it is really amazing. For I'm also learning from them. Some of your videos, because some of the topics even I don't know. Okay, these kind of career is also there available. It's very important for us also to know what is there in the market. It's not selfish
thank
at
you
all,
so much.
Amar. Don't even think that way. It is creative
No,
idea.
I started, it was a selfish actually. I started, I'll be very honest. I
Right.
started episode number one and two. It was actually, I was checking my follower count every time. Oh, today is Sunday, let me check my follower count. Oh, next week, let me check my follower count. And now I don't even care who is my follower, who is following me. I do care who is my guest and who is actually bombarding the value to the people. So
Superb.
thank you so much. Now, last question of the day. What is your one success principle which you used to follow since long time and you will follow your lifetime?
I think in visual merchandising, I think it applies to all the careers that you would choose. Hard work. You need to, of course, the smart work can make you reach anywhere, but hard work will give you fruits. The sweetest fruit comes from the hard work. So you need to really work hard. Saying is easy, but there's a lot of things. Unless you don't put efforts, unless you don't learn, unless you don't do it, you will not be able to, enjoy the fruit. So I would say hard work is really important.
Superb. Without hard work, we cannot get anything. And I know how much hard work I am doing. How much
Yeah.
hard work I am
Yes.
doing to add value in others' life.
I'm
Thank
sure.
you
Yeah.
so much. And we are from the same community and we are actually a community of givers. That is why we are able to add value in others. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Malti. Thank you so much for coming and accepting
Thank
the
you.
invite. All
Thank you,
of you who are
Amar.
watching right now, let me announce let me announce in a proud tone, next week the guest will be my Hall of Fame achiever. Somebody who got the job without without learning anything. She was just connected with me. She was getting value, she was getting the energy, and she has not even started the course and she got the job. And she is grateful. She has just completed my 21-day time management challenge and she got the job. I felt that if I am helping people only for time management, even that can help to get the job. She has not started that I can create resume, I can learn negotiation, I can learn interview. She just followed 21-day time management challenge and she got the job. So I'm proud to say next week Coffee with Coach will be
Super.
happening with my Hall of Fame achiever and be there to get inspired. Thank you so much. Keep learning, keep signing. Thank you so much, Malati, for accepting the invite with
Thank you.
all
Thank you
due
so much
respect.
for inviting me. Thank you.